My name's Meredith Kirton and I'm a horticulturalist, which means I love plants. Green's my favourite colour and being in the garden is my natural habitat. I love this plant. It's my absolute favourite. It's purple fountain grass. It's so tactile, you just can't help but stroke it. It's got beautiful beetroot coloured foliage, and best of all, when there's any little breeze, you can probably see it, it just dances. And I've also worked a bit in TV, so I've presented on Gardening Australia before, but I've also worked there as a researcher, and I worked at Burke's Backyard as a researcher and have done some garden designs for a show called Ground Force that used to air on Channel 7. Who doesn't love zebra grass? Again, every time there's a breath of breeze, they wave, and they've got great foliage. Look at this one, this is a variegated form that's just stunning. This is one of my favourite plants too. It's called Chinese plumbago or Ceratostigma. I love it so much, I've really fallen for it. Selling Houses Australia is all about the makeover, so I thought I'd show you mine. Our house when we bought it, and this is it now. There was nothing here but a cow paddock, and I'd love to create that sort of transformation in as many gardens across Australia as I could. This time of the year, it's time to put in peas and broad beans. Peas need something to climb on, so we've got this trellis we've rigged up with some string so they can grow up it. Raised vegetable garden bed here, but it's not got any soil in it yet. It's just got garden refuse, and I'm building what's called a lasagna garden. And I still very much remember the day I got a phone call from my commissioning editor, and she rang and she said, "We've read lots of your stories in magazines and we would like to commission you to write a book." And going, "Oh my gosh, it's so fantastic, someone wants to pay me to write a book." In 2004, my first book was published called Dig, Modern Australian Gardening. I guess I'm pretty proud of it. When I finished it, it was like having a third child, and it did go on to sell over 100,000 copies and was translated in about 4 or 5 different languages. I also love writing and have written 7 books. An Hour in the Garden, Plot, Dig Deeper, Dig, The Produce Companion and Harvest. 4 years ago, I started work as a curator organising an exhibition called Eden Unearthed. I'm really proud of it because I've developed this idea from its inception all the way to it's coming up for its 5th year now. It's the largest privately funded exhibition in Australia. Love the fact that I can engage community groups in the process and charities, and have done lots of exciting things such as pair artists with youth off the streets to have them create their own installation. And even last year it was really exciting working with a group of kids from St Edmund's Special School